All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and talk about the last in our optional readings and then our tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and share. Real quick, I just want to go over that this one's really talking about how sports is coded as masculine and how female athletes really have to um, really performance up their femininity in order to not create indifference towards them or hostileness towards them. It's coded to be masculine, is coded to be straight. And so we talk about how heteronormativity is really part of this equation. And so for female athletes, they have to provide heterosexuality or prove their heterosexuality with very feminized dress and performance on and off the court. So we're talking about having to wear makeup while playing an extreme sport. It's talking about having to still have your nails done, talking about still having to wear very feminized clothing the second you get off the court, off any kind of play like that. Think about women's soccer players and how feminized they are when they are giving interviews compared to when they're on the field and they're trying to win Olympic medals. Or talk about how basketball players sometimes get this, or softball gets this too, this ideology that most of the females on the team are queer, and so in order to prove their straightness, there's always talk about their husbands back home or their kids when they're playing at a professional level, and they're always talking about, and they're always very hyper masculine or hyper feminized, and a lot of them wear makeup while they're playing sports that require so much of their bodies and their time. So really just kind of drawing attention to some of the complexities that are trying to exist outside of this idealized form of woman and embark on playing and engaging in these sports in ways that should be normalized because they're a human being who wants to create and facilitate something that they have always known as part of themselves. So having to navigate that space can be challenging. So our test for module 4, some of the things there's always, right? We're going to do our posts as always. We're going to do our quiz as always. We're going to read and watch and listen to all of our required materials. On top of those other things, you have your second critical reflection due, similar to the one we did in section or in module 2, with the difference here being you have to pick one of the readings from module 3 or module 4. And facilitate the same 3-paragraph section. Again, if you have any issues or you forget how to do that, there's that critical reflection piece that'll be located in your lecture series here. On top of that, you also have to post your APA or SAA citation and academics article, and that discussion post. Again, that discussion post is already in your discussion post. All you have to do is go over there and click on discussion post and create your thread like you do with all your questions. But for this assignment, it's asking for something a little different, and I explained that in the projects file. There's a little thing that will have how to do this assignment. It's also explained in the syllabus, but if you have any questions, please feel free to email me as always. You will also have to provide feedback onto a classmate's article. So whether it's you've read it for another class and you have some kind of critique that might be there or might be missing, or you see that there might be some kind of bias in there and you want to point it out, or you have an article that is relevant and you would like to share that article, some kind of feedback that is constructive and not just, hey, I liked this article too, or hey, I see this too, but something that you can help the student along as they're doing their research project. So if you have any questions about that, please, again, feel free to email me at any time. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful module. And I tried to make the readings more light since you have some other things that are due. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Bye, guys.